So I came across this on Facebook and it's the Daily Star. So Slurpy Dave, if you're watching, it's the Daily Star, not the Daily Mail, the Daily Star. I'm sure you'll have something to complain about that one. And I wouldn't disagree with you in the sense that I read this pish and I'll be reading some of it shortly. Look, I don't have a lot of faith in many publications online, especially mainstream media, but, well, it's the fear that they promote constantly. But I mean, think about this. Breaking news, world has until end of today, to stop pandemic as major health warning issued. Now, it's heartening to see, yet again, that most people are not wearing it. Believe me, certainly in Facebook. I mean, most people have got laughy face emojis because, they saw what happened in the last 5 years and they're not prepared to do that again. Yeah. But let's look at the article, because what you see there, it doesn't quite compute to what the article actually says. And as somebody said here, this article is about water birds and bird flu at extremely low cases. The headline worked. Well, that's one way to describe it, but so world has until end of today to stop another pandemic as major health warning issued, right? So scientists, think about this, scientists have worked out, who writes this pish, honestly, have worked out that humanity has until the end of today, December the 13th, take note, 13th, to stop another pandemic. New research found it takes around 2 weeks for pandemics to start to take hold. Figures have found the exact moment, honestly, who writes this pish? When animal-based illnesses, oh dear God, makes their way to humans, essentially stopping any chance to containing the disease. It goes on to say, despite the UK suffering from a super flu, because we can't call it COVID anymore. And remember, as I said in the previous vid, isn't that amazing that at some point, 2021, flu just seemed to disappear entirely. But anyway, Britain could be battered from its next major worldwide illness in just a matter of weeks. The stark figures come with an urgent warning that the disease could be halted within 10 days. What? The start figures came with an urgent warning that the disease can be halted within 10 days of the first signs of illness. However, as the warning was issued at the beginning of this month, humans have a mammoth task. Who writes this? Humans have a mammoth task. I mean, who are you reading? Who are you writing this to? Who's this? Who's your audience? Which kindergarten are we talking about? Have a mammoth task to try and contain the latest strain of potentially dangerous conditions. Oh, dear God. Currently, bird flu is wreaking havoc on our wildlife as the H5N1, oh, that old chestnut, pandemic spreads. But according to Nature, and I'm thinking, what? Let me expand on that. And it's H5N1's tipping point scientists identify when containment fails. And this was written in the 3rd of December. Yeah, 3rd of December, and all hell will apparently break loose by the 13th. And I just think this is yet again propagandic pish on steroids. I wonder how much of this has been written by AI. And the inference is, well, let's just be safe. As soon as we test birds for any kind of thing like this, just wipe them all out. And that will be better for nature. And it's all based on a company, in this instance, which is an apparent open source collaborative project between Ashoka University and ThoughtWorks, funded by Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Yeah. And then when you look at components, the synthetic population, the simulation engine, the visualization engine, a web app that enables visualization of the output of the simulation engine and the synthetic population. Oh dear God, honestly, the technocracy on steroids, and most people just don't get it. They don't see it. And these people are not playing with a full deck, and this is in full fear porn. But I mean, remember, this article based in the Daily Star was the inference about this in the UK, and this is a study based in India about poultry farming. Yeah. And I would question so much of this, really would, because in no small way, well, who the hell's funding this? And what are they trying to do? Well, they're trying to, bit by bit, destroy our high quality protein sources. How do you go about doing this? Yeah. Because I'll repeat, the inference is, well, just to be safe. This one especially, the Daily Mail. You know, if we just bump off the population of birds, that if any, you know, wherever they are, if they, you know, whatever farm, if we just do that pretty, you know, just for safety's sake, just to, and the thing is, you've seen instances where they've been, well, the farm's been shut down, incubated, but the birds have not been killed. And, you know, after that incubation period, the birds are fine. But less so now, what are they doing? Oh, sorry, more so now, what are they doing? Look, just be safe. Let's just bump off the birds. When common sense should say, yeah, if the birds have been tested for whatever, and yet they're all alive at the end of it, surely to God they've got a natural immunity that you would encourage these birds to be, well, everywhere. Oh, dear God. Anyway, I'll leave you a few links. You've been great company, and I'll speak to you soon.